Alright, g'day guys, welcome back. We have an ultimate showcase, which means defense stats will be showing. This is basically the king and queen of Dokkan. It's just almost unanimous. Bulma and Piccolo, the pairing that they are is just absolutely ridiculous. Bearing in mind that Bulma will only be on a 170 lead from both the leader and the friend here, so while Piccolo will be at the full 200%, she's kind of undertuned. Now pause here if you want to see the stats of the boss. I'm just going to do a flick up like that rather than have them in the UI. It just saves me a lot of time and effort, and I'll time code them as I upload the video. So you can skip back and forth and kind of weigh it all up if you're kind of if mathematically minded. And if you are and you do calcs for defense, let me know. Like if you, I certainly welcome people to sort of double check my work. I don't. This one was hard, and so I have doubts about how accurate some of it is, but I digress. I'm pretty confident, but I mean, I'm happy to be corrected. Now, Goku here, I noticed, obviously doing things, you kind of learn things about the units as well when you're going through it. His defense doesn't raise per super, and he's got all those additionals built in, so every additional he does will be exactly the same defense stat showing. The only thing that will be a mystery, I guess, is how his defense rises afterwards when he takes a few hits post-super, and he's still in the process of building up his passive, which, by the way, takes 5 guarded attacks and 10 total attacks. So if you do take the 5 guarded, you pretty much only need 5 others of any sort to sort of build it up. But while guard is active, that's not necessarily too hard to do. Gohan here is just a unit that I didn't really get to use too much after getting him. I kind of got preoccupied with other units, but I want to see how he goes. He stacks and he builds his defense upon being hit, and I think it's a total of about 8, give or take. I don't have his his passive memorized, but I was just really keen to see how he'd fare. Not the best linking partner with the leaders here, but I mean, it's still 20% defense, plus a little bit of attack from Fierce Battle and Legendary. No Legendary Power. Sorry, just Fierce Battle. So, you know, it is what it is. Krillin will only support the leader and the friend, by the way. He's just there to kind of just show how good he is, just in general. His defense and offense is just honestly really, really good for a unit that has no right to be this good, and he provides links to Bulma as well. So here they are, Piccolo and Bulma on cue. This is just a really good showcase. I managed to get Piccolo's passive fully built up whilst his intro buff is active. So obviously he takes 3 shots here, and then on the next turn he'll take 2 before attacking. 5 orbs is necessary for Bulma to get her support. 7 orbs to get the additional super. So what we're aiming for here is we're not going to bother with the full orb kind of situation with Piccolo. We also need 7 orbs with Kid Goku there for his damage reduction support, which I'm not sure we've got there. It's just the 6. So Piccolo and Bulma won't be supported with damage reduction from Goku. But Piccolo, I mean, what do you say about him? Just the MVP of the 200% era so far, in my opinion. Bulma, I mean, is a late comer so far from the time of recording, I guess. She's a very recent unit. So I mean, she's 6 months old, I guess. But I mean, she's very solid, right there with him as an MVP. I mean, she's just double supered, got up to 750,000 defense. And she's dodging as well and tanking supers for nothing, so it doesn't really matter. Kid Goku there with 6 mil, 400k defense. Unfortunately, the extra damage reduction isn't in play, but he did get a few rainbow orbs, which I think help his damage reduction as well. Ooh, crit. Do another additional. Just the normal. Okay. That's a bit of a shame. Next turn will be short, so given that the Kid Gohan stacks, and he can take 2 shots as well. I'll put him in slot 1. Krillin does not support the Kid Gohan, by the way. He's just kind of there to support Goku and provide Goku with more links. Goku would probably have a pretty good turn if he could get let loose, but yeah, I don't think he will. Gohan will kill for sure. So we're still building ki, we're still building defense. 570k. He has a temporary passive as well. I think it's 5 turns in total. So he's probably got 1 more turn left of it. I'd imagine that would be one that declines per turn. Now, where are we at? The nullification, by the way, is on for the World Tournament Goku, both in the last phase that we just finished and in the current phase. It probably speaks a little bit more to his quality. Being able to nullify Ki Blast Supers is pretty big. So no additional for Bulma there, but she's got 6 out of 7 links active. I mean, Piccolo is going to look fantastic here because he's going to get his... The only reason he wouldn't is if he dodged, but fortunately enough, he didn't. So he's doing 18 mil with 1.4 mil defense, plus guard, plus I think it's 20% damage reduction. What more do you want? And then he's supporting Ki just because. Totally unnecessary to give him that. Like, I love it, don't get me wrong, no, never would I ask for it to be taken away, but you look at him and how good he is in general. There is no need to give him that Ki support, but it just makes him so much better. I mean, I say so much better, but he's already the best. It's just crazy. And look at her, couldn't care. Couldn't care. Now, Goku here could be a worry, providing he's not guarding, but... Oh no, he wouldn't. He's got type advantage, so it doesn't really matter. Now, I'm 99% sure, given how the calcs worked out, that although it showed guarding, it doesn't show guarding, that still counts as a guard because he does have type advantage and he's against an extreme class unit. So I have a feeling that counts, but I'm not 100% sure. Fortunately, I don't really have to show it, or I might have to. I can't remember if I did. That's what I mean. Like, there was a lot going on with Goku, so I could have been wrong about a couple of defense stats. But I mean, nothing I can do about that now. Now, Kid Gohan will be getting support, and I think, given that he was on turn 1, this is the final turn of his intro buff. With 780k defense, he's very good, and he now has 30% damage reduction from this enemy. Like, that's how it works. His damage reduction is from the unit that he's attacking. So, yeah. And he's still building. Not sure how much more he's got to go. I haven't been counting. But Goku here is at 600k defense. Bang. Pretty good. Considering he's going to be, even if he wasn't tech, he'd be effective against all types as well. Yeah, I love that unit. I'm glad. It's probably a shame I didn't put a revive unit in this team. The GT duo is a good one because of how easy it is to access their revive. Once that revive goes off, those World Tournament Gokus just go berserk. Now, this is just going to be simply Piccolo at his best. He's going to get 24 Ki. Because Bulma's support's about to kick in. He only supports after he's hit, so he wouldn't be giving himself the Ki. Got a nice healthy 8 orbs with Bulma because Krillin doesn't care how many orbs he gets. He's going to be doing very well. He takes a super at the end of this turn. And he just doesn't care. He's just that good. And look at that. 13 mil with 1 mil defense, 20% damage reduction. No guard anymore, but that's just what he is now. Every time he gets 24 Ki, he'll be doing that next to Bulma. Unless more support rolls in, which I don't think we have on this team for him. Krillin supports World Tournament. Kid Goku only supports damage reduction, and neither of the categories that he supports Piccolo falls under. So, yeah, unless we got the the exchange for... Oh, Jesus, she's at nearly 1 million defense. Again, I forget. I know I do the calcs and I see them, but it just blows me out every time. It blows me out. Like, next turn is her active skill turn, and she just... Like, how are you that good? Whoever cooked this unit up is just cooked themselves. Like, I haven't seen... And same with Piccolo, to be honest. Bulma's different, though. Bulma changes the game. I mean, Piccolo is just rock solid. Put him anywhere, anytime. Especially when there's a bond of Master and Disciple ally on the team. He just doesn't care, man. He just goes berserk. And look, here's Krillin taking that super, like I mentioned. He just eats it. It's absolutely nothing. 180k, it's not even 20%, not even 30% damage. Like, we wouldn't be able to fuse with Vegito if we took a super with him, like. But I mean, turn 7 we technically would be, but where are we? So we're sitting pretty healthily with defense here. Now, it's obviously depending on whether or not we're guarding with the World Tournament Gokus. But considering we got supered at the end of that phase there, prior to this one, I'm confident we don't take a super here. So I leave Gohan in the slot 1 just to sort of confirm whether or not his passive is fully built. Now, keeping in mind that he dodges. That's right. Just goes full Ultra Instinct in slot 1. Now, the reason it's very much the same is, or maybe it is still active. Oh no, he took a few shots. That's right. His intro passive is no longer active, but he took a few shots after he supered last turn, which kind of evened it out, if that makes sense. Like, he raised what he was about to lose from the point of where I showed the defense stat. And yeah, these guys just carrying on. That's just what they do. As I said, 50% chance the guard can see them come unstuck. But, I mean, it's still 50% chance to just be ridiculous. I mean, that's kind of what it is. It's kind of the difference between like a very good but balanced unit. And I mean, there you go. A very good but balanced unit is when he's without his guard, and then he's just like one of the best ever with it. It's just nuts, the difference almost. Yeah, look, and we're just 50% chance to be awesome. Still building as well. Gohan's fully built, which is nice, but I don't think we see him again this next turn with... Okay, the friend's dodge kicked in. Now, I kind of detest the dodge on him, but it did come to save me, so I can't really say too much. Now, before using Bulma's active skill, it's important to get the orbs for Piccolo in slot 1. Otherwise, you'll force him to get the full board that she creates upon using her active skill. So, given that she gets stats per orb, she's going to get the full board, 23, 24, I can't remember. And then obviously supporting Piccolo, who's just going to be even better than last turn. And who we got at the end there? Oh yeah, Kid Goku, who will support Bulma as well for 50% because she's youth. So yeah, Bulma is genuinely going to show you why she's the Queen of Dokkan, and Piccolo's going to show you why he's the king, pretty much. 700k is Piccolo standing still. 800k now that he's got the support. Like, what? Oh, and the damage reduction support is active as well from Kid Goku. So if we needed any more ki, we would have got it from Piccolo just there. But I mean, what do you say? Good luck. You can't hurt him. The only reason he would be better is if his heal had gone off. But we're in such a good... Oh, he's dodging as well, just because he can. Like, seriously. How much damage reduction Bulma would have now, I couldn't say. But this is her 4th appearance. So it must be at least... What's that? And there's... Holy, she's nearly at 2 mil. It goes up by nearly 500k. It's like 400k. Her defense goes up from like 1.1 up to nearly 2 mil. Absolutely nuts. Goku's still taking damage, which is a shame because he's got all that support, like not just from Bulma's passive, but it's not much damage. I mean, it's not like he's a bird unit because of it. It's just, I would have thought that the active skill might have pushed him over the limit a little bit, especially because he's supporting the damage reduction as well. So he might have taken a fair bit more if conditions were different, but I mean, they weren't, and this is what he does. He does it to finish off. He's also super effective against all types as well, I guess. So, yeah, there's that. But, I mean, that is my King and Queen of Dokkan, Piccolo and Bulma at the moment. Not to say there aren't other good units floating around as well. But, yeah, they're just amazing, and I wanted to showcase them. Let me know what you think, guys. If you would like to subscribe, you can do that, or like the video if you'd like. Or not. I'm not your dad. Cheers, Bye now.